When you appear, it is as a melody, because you are free.
Go ahead, I talk all you want, but I was America's sweetheart. All the boys had a crush on me. He said that America was in very bad shape in the late 50s.
No, I got to tell you that it was the early 60s when I really discovered you. And I idolized you. You were a role model. I would shut my door, and sometimes instead of doing homework, I'd be singing Connie Francis.
That's nice.
After reading the book, if I had known then what I read now about you as an adult, I might have even felt a closer connection with you, because you went through a lot of the basic struggles growing up that I guess most American kids go through, although complicated by this career.
Yeah, very, very complicated. But actually, I really don't think I ever had a childhood or a teenagehood or whatever, because I think that's a thing that happens to a lot of kids in business. When they're in the business at a very early age, I think the youth is sapped from them at a very early age.
You were 3 years old when you found a gleam in your father's eye.
Yeah.
Because you sang.
That's right, and he took me for accordion lessons. Every Italian girl who had a father who was alive played the accordion, and I think that my dad chose the accordion because it was the most asexual instrument ever known to man,
He worried about that, didn't he?
Oh, he sure did. Anyone that came within a 700-mile radius of my body was like a threat to be avoided at all costs.
Do you think that would have been the same had you not been a star?
Oh, sure. Most Italian fathers of that generation were like that, And you left home either in a wedding gown or a casket. That was it. There was nothing in between.
I also love you saying you had a flood in your house in '67 and the accordion was finally gone.
The accordion died in the flood, and I threw a real big party.
I found the book really bittersweet. The beginning, Dick Clark on American Bandstand playing this song, I'm Sorry Now, just skyrocketing up the charts. What were those moments like for you?
Well, it was January 1st, 1958, and a holiday, and like 8.5 million American teenagers. I went to my TV set, my black and white 16-inch Motorola, and turned on my idol, Dick Clark and American Bandstand, and that was like a way of life for us, as you know. I don't think there was a lonely girl in all of America because of that show. It united us, and all of a sudden, Dick Clark, my record had been out for 3 months. It did nothing. It was going nowhere, just as my other 9 duds did. And all of a sudden, Dick Clark said, and now we have a girl singer, and I believe she's going to go all the way to the top. And I was feeling sorry for myself as usual. And I said, good luck to her. And then he just happened to play Who's Sorry Now. And it was like the turn of the century in my house. It was just incredible.
But once the initial shock and the joy was over, it was a lot of work for you. It was a constant.
It was work, but it was fun because my work has always been my play. And I think that the luckiest people in the world are those people who find the work that's play and then play very hard. I think that's a great way to go through life, is to make a living and a good one at what you represent.
I want you to know my father did not let me sit there. Why? I guess because he was worried about it.
Because of the scene in the motel in the last movie. That's the only thing he saw. Well, let me tell you about my father. He didn't want me to do the movie because of the scene in the last movie where I was in a motel and nothing happened. And I remember seeing the dailies one day. That's the films you see every day. When you got your shoot into the studio, and he said from the back of the room, I had a scene. And he walked in and he said to Joe Pasternak, the producer, what did you try to do? Make a prostitute out of my daughter? I always talk about embarrassment. And nobody could believe that the man was actually...
I welcome you guys back on here. If you're new, consider subscribing, liking, and also share this video. So the popular singer Connie Francis, best known for her recently viral track Pretty Little Baby, as well as Stupid Cupid, has died. According to the reports, Connie's death was confirmed by her longtime friend Ronnie Roberts. That was on Thursday via the official Facebook page of Connie Roberts, and even Ron Roberts. Just 2 weeks after TMZ broke the news that she was in the ICU for an unknown medical issue. Ron announced Connie passed on Wednesday, adding, I know that Connie would approve that her fans are among the first to learn of this very devastating news. He said more details will follow, but actually did not announce anything further. Connie had a prolific, singing career, rising to become one of the most popular singers in the 1950s and early 1960s. She had several top 10 singles such as Who's Sorry Now, Don't Break the Heart, That Loves You, My Heart Has a Mind of Its Own, and Where the Boys Are. Throughout her career, she was celebrated. It was celebrated, and one of those artists who were really very much talented. And when I was trying to read through some of the details surrounding his biography, they are saying that she actually gained professional success when actually it was around 1974, and then she had a couple of hit songs, and then she was actually her career took off in around 1980s, but then her music failed to resonate with fans, which severely impacted her mental health. Her father, they say, that also succumbed to mental health issues, and of course, by last month, I think, Ron came out via his social media and said that she was in the hospital being taken care of, and at the time when she passed on, she was 87 years old. She's survived by her adopted son, Joseph Gazzelli Jr., and a couple of friends and other family members. We are praying for the whole family, friends, and everyone who knew and loved her. Rest in power, Queen.